Hello YouTube, welcome to Kerbal Space Program! Now, the next step for the Howie Space Program is going to be get to the moon. Yes. I'm not going to try and land a guy on the moon and return him home just yet. I'm going to do a bit like I did for orbit. I sent a satellite into orbit first, something automated and unmanned, just to make sure we could get something there. And I'm going to do something similar for the moon. So I want to send a space probe up to the moon. I'm going to probe the moon. Try and land some sort of communication device on the moon, basically, safe and intact. And then we can use that as a guide to whether we can get a Kerbal into the moon. So yes, that's what we're going to do. Now I did have a quick go. Which I was recording, but it was so terrible and my recording was so bad and I just wanted to scrap it and start it again. So this will be it. So I shall see you in the Space Center. Okay, so here we are in the building place. I always forget what it's called. The hangar. Thing. Now, what I think would probably be best to do is if we start with something we know works, at least as an idea. So the Bug 2 managed to get a satellite into orbit. Now we did make some little changes to get the Kerbal there and back, but I don't think we need that just yet. What we will need to do is have a landing probe to get our equipment landed safely on the moon, and we will need a very large initial stage, because the initial stage needs to get completely into orbit in one go, whereas previously we pretty much used all our stages to do just that. So we need a big initial stage to get us into orbit, and then a medium stage to push us out of orbit across to the moon, and then a little landing stage. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to alter this a little bit because we don't want this big satellite thing on the moon. So I'm going to alter this a bit. So we don't need those for a start. I don't know what any of this is. Yeah. So all right, I'm gonna keep the general idea, and basically we're gonna. Yes, try again. So I shall make a few little modifications and bring you back shortly. Okay, so I've built our landing stage here. It's a little bigger than I envisioned. Oops, I forgot to put RCS thrusters on. But either way, yeah, basically we've got our unmanned robot brain here, the big hexagonal thing. I've put a few sciencey things on it. I've got a gravitational detector, a thermometer. We've got a large satellite dish. Well, yeah, I was going to use a smaller antenna, but I'm not sure it'll reach Earth. Kerbin from the moon. So I put a big satellite dish and a big battery pack, because I know we've run out of power previously. So a nice big battery pack, because I don't want to have big giant solar panels everywhere. It's got RCS fuel so that it can maneuver whilst trying to land. I just need to put the RCS thrusters on. They're here somewhere. I'll have to dig them out. And also the anti-spin thing, whichever this was. I can't remember. So yeah, and landing struts obviously, and a little fuel and a little engine. So yeah, that's our lander. Now I just need to build a middle stage. Okay, so for the center stage, I've gone for something really simple. Basically, a large fuel tank, a small fuel tank, because I wasn't sure how much fuel. I got on for 2 mediums, but I thought large and small, why not? And an engine, a nice engine that gives us a little control, just so that we can make sure we can get to the moon easier. Now, I just need to also, actually, I found this decoupler that blasts away what it decouples, which is good, because it means I don't have to worry about these silly Separatron things, which get annoying and add weight and such. So, that's something. Now I just need to make sure I can build this initial stage that's powerful enough to get us directly into orbit. So yes, we'll give it a try. Okay, so our bottom stage is pretty much what it used to be, but I've changed the engine so it's a slightly more powerful one, though less control, and I've added a couple more solid fuel boosters, little mini ones. I'm hoping they'll give us a little extra boost. I've swapped the what I found out was actually not the biggest fuel tank for one large fuel tank at the top here in the midsection. So we're going to give this a go. I'm hoping, really hoping, this will have enough power to get us up into atmosphere and just in this stage. Or at least have enough left in this stage to get us out and into the moon's orbit. Now, control is quite important in this one, so I must try and remain on the correct trajectory. I cannot have a silly north-south orbit like I did last time. I must have an equatorial, is that word? Orbit, because that's the plane that the moon is on, so I need to try and keep that as good as possible. So let's give this a shot, why not? Test 1. So we're going to call this the Bug 3. Yeah, so we'll give it a go. So I shall see you on the launch pad for test 1. Okay, so here we are on the launch pad. It is night time, which is interesting. The moon was around, so there it is. Yeah, it's a little behind us, so I think we may have to do a couple of orbits, wait for the moon to come around before we swing off to get it, but that's beside the point and probably going to be on the next part anyway. For now, I just want to get us into orbit because that's the first step. Let's hope we can do it in one stage, so fingers crossed, and try and keep control as well. So we're going to try and get up to about 10,000, start our turn, and see what we can do. Try and get an orbit at about 100,000-ish. So yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's ignition in 3. Oh, actually, just remember my controls. So in 3, 2. Oh, power up. Although actually, no, that's before I begin. Test my staging. So I want the little boosters to go off at the same time as the large ones. All that to go off at once. And the liquid fuel as well, so it gives us a massive push. Once that's done, so once these big fuel things are done, no, I don't want that to separate off. So I want when they are done, they separate off at the same time that these thrusts to get it away. Yes, that's good. And then once the big fuel tank is done, that blows off and ignites the middle stage. Although, no, I don't want the middle stage to ignite straight away. I'll have that in its own separate thingy. Yeah. There we go. Just to make sure. So we can get rid of that and then ignite this when we want to, as opposed to going at the same time, which we might not necessarily want. So, yeah. Let's give this a go. So in 3, 2, 1, ignition. Excellent. So far so good. We seem to be quite stable. I'm pleased. I'm very pleased. Although those boosters are going a bit funny, but yeah, so far so good. Oh dear, those small boosters might overheat. I hope they don't explode. We're beginning to twist a little. Let's just hold steady. Yep, they've gone. Let's pop on our SAS to make sure we don't flip about too much. Here comes 10,000, so we start our turn. Check those. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, we're losing control. Let's throttle down a little. No, oh dear, we're losing control. Oh, no. Okay. Right, let's continue our turn. We're sort of on the right track. I hope that we're not too far off now. Okay, so far so good. I want to be about this angle. Let's see if we can Okay. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. This is about right. We've still got fuel left. How are we doing? How's our orbit doing? 34,000. Oh damn, did we start going too did we start twisting too early? No, we can't have done. Okay, back to... Okay, no, we're not going to do it in one stage, but hopefully we can reserve enough fuel in our middle stage to continue. Right, so that better go. Right, I don't want to use too much fuel from this one, so up to 50, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Go, go, go. Right, 70,000, let's get it a little higher. 80, let's see if we can hit 90. There we go. Okay, cool. Up to 90. Okay, that's not too bad. So now we need to get right over to the horizon mark. Oh, 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 oh. Down, down, down. Oh, there. There. Yes, good. Make sure we're not twisted. Good. Okay, now I'm sorry, you can barely see the ship here. It's a bad... There you go, there's a nice silhouette. But basically, we're just waiting to get closer to our top of our arc here, so that we can burn and get into orbit. Hopefully, it doesn't use up too much of our fuel. We have already used nearly half of it already. I think this may be a lost one. We may end up just shooting this out into space, but it's worth a shot. We could still do it. We could still do it. So in T-minus 50 seconds, so I shall begin blasting shortly. Okay, so what's the button? There we go. Cool, so just wait until we get into orbit. Fuel is doing not so good. I'm not sure we even have enough to get us into orbit. Oh dear, we need more fuel. That's the big thing here we've learnt, I think. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to the moon. But we could get into orbit and home. That's something at least. Okay, orbit's coming up. Oh, there it is, so stop. 49,000, okay, got to carry on a bit more. Oh, why is that? For some reason it's gone wonky again. I still don't know why it does that. But, alright. Orbit's orbit, I suppose. How are we doing plane-wise? We're not bad. We're on about roughly the same arc as the moon. So, yeah, there's the moon. Oh no, that's too low. Where's the moon? There's the moon. So, let's see, compare it to our blue thing here, our blue line. Yeah, okay, we're a little wonky. So, right. We do not have enough liquid fuel left to get to the moon, unfortunately, not this time. So we know we need a lot more fuel. I thought that was quite a controlled blast into orbit, so I've got to figure out why this doesn't work so well. Maybe I just do it too much. I don't understand how to get a circular... I can never get a circular orbit. Alright, that's something I need to figure out. But anyway, also I need to figure out how to balance this out. Because if you look, we're slightly off. We're not quite horizontal. A little high here, a little low here. So I think there's a way to straighten it up by punting your ship and blasting for a few seconds. But yeah, we... that's lessons learned. That was trial number 1. At least we got into orbit in one go. That's not bad. Cool, so we just need to make sure we have enough fuel. Actually, while we're up here, we might as well do some science. Let's have a look. Where's our ship? Here we are. Oh, bit dark, I'm afraid. There we go. Silhouette. So, let's see how these things work, because I've never used these, so we can do lower legs. Can you not do all the legs at once? Why are you not lowering? Oh, it has. Let's see our science. We've got this box thing, gravity thing, display, toggle display. on. The sensor finds subtle changes in gravity field of Kerbin. The science team will want to find these readings. Excellent. Keep the data. We're using some of our electric pack charge. Fine. And we had a thermometer here somewhere. Here we go. Took a display on minus 40 degrees. Gosh. Log temperature. Collected and recorded temperature data. Cool. Keep that data. So I think we can probably... Actually, let's practice our RCS. So we can actually maneuver around. If I turn it on with that, I believe we should... Yeah, there we go, look. Mega control. Haha. Crazy. For maneuvering in space. We do have some maneuverability without it, but that will be brilliant for our little landing craft. So yeah, cool. Let's crash this back down into the sea, I guess. In fact, let's see if we can land this. Oh no, we haven't got a parachute on it because it wasn't designed to land back on Kerbin. I didn't put a parachute back on it, so it'll crash if I want to land it on Kerbin. Never mind, we can get it into the sea, I'm sure. Let's stop floating about. Let's get back into a descending. Descending. There. Spin. Let's transmit our data back to Kerbin, the science we collected. Diddly diddly. Not enough electrical charge! Again? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What is, what am I gonna do? Never enough electrical charge. Okay, so that's another problem. Even though I have batteries, which I thought would be fine. Nope, they're out. Okay. It must take a lot of charge to just extend this thing and extend these and do the science. So, alright, much more power needed. Noted, so add that as well. Never mind. I can't retract it either. Okay, well let's crash this back to Kerbin. And... yeah, because we don't want this in the way when we're trying to reach the moon. Oh, I can't seem to do anything. I can't turn on or off SAS. Okay, so this is stuck in space. I can't... Maybe it's the lack of electric charge. I literally can't ignite my thrusters or anything. Okay, never mind. That's another little satellite, I guess, living in space. Oh, look, it's in the sun now, so we can see it. Yay! Well, that was a bit different. Anyway, we wish to have bought this one. Oh, we can't. Oh well, back to the Space Center, and we'll try something a little different.